Hey gang, for the love of tractors here, and it's time to do a podcast, I guess. So, I said I was going to get better at doing these podcasts, and a lot of you had mentioned that you wanted them posted on YouTube as well. So we're going to do this again, so you get to see my ugly mug for a little bit. If you're listening to this on your favorite podcast app and just the audio, thank you. You're not missing a whole lot. I do have some tractors here in the background, but otherwise just my ugly mug. So a couple things I want to talk about first. And if you saw my video the other day, you know we're going to try to start doing a monthly virtual farm toy show. This is the best way to put it. I've been trying to come up with like a better, catchier name. But really what it is I want to show off your stuff, whether it's custom, whether it's your farm toy display, mini display, trucks, custom trucks, you name it. I had somebody, hey, can I send in a custom DCP? Absolutely. What we just really want to do, what I really want to do here is I just want to get your work out there into the universe. I want people to be able to see it. All skill levels, all ages, doesn't matter. If this is the first thing you've ever built or if you've been building for 50 years, please send it in. Same way with the displays. I don't care if this is your first display. I don't care if you're carpet farming. That's fine too. The idea is that everybody from all walks of life, all levels of skill, kind of all facets of this hobby can enjoy and have fun looking at other people's farm toys. And so that's what I want to do. And so anyway, if you want to participate, a lot of you already have. I've already had, I think we're up to 14 submissions already, so that's awesome. I don't know if that'll be one video or that might be, maybe that's already 2 months worth, or maybe it's one. I don't know. We'll see when I kind of get to editing those sort of things. That's on my list to do, possibly here in the next day or two. And then I'm hoping by the end of the month, to have our first monthly virtual show, if you will. So that's the plan, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I have really enjoyed seeing what you guys have, and we've got a really cool variety too, by the way. I was worried. I was like, I wonder how many, like, I don't want to say repeat, but how many similar things we're going to get, like the same tractor, so on and so forth. We haven't had that. We've had a lot of different stuff. So that's what's really awesome. And it helps. I think it really helps other people. I know it helps me to see what other people are working on, because you just never know where you're going to get that little pop of inspiration. Like you'll see somebody else's display or somebody else's custom tractor or truck and go, oh, wow, I should try to do that myself. And so I actually did that the other day at the Richmond show. Big shout out to Travis Messersmith, Midwest Model Works. I was looking at his table. I was desperately trying not to spend money because I'm doing some saving for some stuff. I need a new For the Love of Tractors mobile to go to shows with. Cars are expensive, trucks, whatever, are expensive. So I'm saving, trying not to buy a lot of toys right now. Anyway, but he did, he had one of the Rockin' H service beds, and he kind of did like a two-tone paint job on it, and I just thought it looked incredible. And I don't know why I guess I'd sort of done something like that. Like I'd painted the bed, and then maybe painted the top of the toolbox is silver, or I might have done a silver, like floor to walk on or something, but I just, for some reason, had not, done it the way he did it. And so actually when I came home, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make one of those for Dogtown and see, and yeah, it turned out awesome, because I got a handful of Rockin' H beds. So anyway, it's just, Travis is just another one of those guys that are super creative and just really pushing this hobby forward and doing good stuff. So anyway, shout out to him. But my point being is getting to see other people's work, looking at other people's work, really inspires me, and I think it does you guys too. When I see guys, especially when I see guys that are better at me at something, I'm just like, okay, how'd they do that? I got to do that. And that really pushes me to do it. But even there was a young guy, I want to say youngster, young guy, whatever. I don't want to sound like I'm from 1960 youngster, young guy that sent in some pictures the other day, and he said, "Hey, it's his kind of description was like, I know it's it's basic, it's not like super pro level or whatever, but you know what? It was really good, and you can see what he's going for, and I think he did a great job on some stuff, and I can't wait to show off his work." So like I said, fortheloveoftractors@gmail.com is where you need to send that stuff. Pictures are preferable. If you do short videos, that's okay too. It's just a little more work on my end, but that's all right. I kind of like the idea of videos as well. And then please send tell me who you are for one, and then please send a description of what's going on. Like had a great one, Chris, who is a very awesome builder. You'll see his in the very first month here. He was telling me about how his grandfather had Olivers, and kind of was giving me the backstory there, and so I'll share that with you guys in the video. But I loved that. I mean, it just really brought the scene to life, really put meaning behind the tractor, and I think that's kind of what it's all about. I've shared other projects I've done or had built for me or things like that, and on this channel, and why they're special. And to me, something like that, where you've got a piece or a scene that really means something to you, that's really what brings this hobby alive. I don't want to. I'm not gonna like name names here, but I built a tractor for a buddy of mine at Dubuque. His father had just passed away the previous year. Him and his dad, like me and my dad, that did toys together, did real tractors together. We're close, and his dad kind of had a unique custom real tractor, and so when he passed away, and I knew his dad as well, I said, I've got to make him one, because that'll mean a lot to him, and it did. And I mean, he teared up, and we teared up when I gave it to him, and he told me, he said that it was one of the most special pieces in his collection. That's what this hobby's about. Is I can, we can go collect all the new in the box stuff. I have, hundreds of them. And I collect them because they're neat, and I like looking at them and things like that. But the really special ones tell a story. And I've got a few of those over here. I've got my Massey 97 with front wheel assist made by Roger Moore that will always remind me of my grandpa and my dad. Of course, my dad. I'm lucky enough. Dad's still with me and still building some toys. And I have some pieces of my dad's up. Actually, this guy right up here is a scratch built out of brass Landau weatherproofer that my dad built. That's a special toy. I couldn't tell you how many people have asked to buy that thing because it's neater than heck. But that's never going to be for sale. So that's what this is about. And so, kind of getting back to the virtual show, what I'm really hoping is that we can kind of spread that specialness of this hobby to everybody else. That's the goal anyway. So we'll see. Moving on, I hope you guys liked my top 5 video of 2024. Again, there were several other tractors that could have been in that video. The 8400 from John Deere, which I just did the review on here the other day. 715 quad track, which I just did the review of, so on and so forth. But ultimately, I chose what I chose because I didn't want too many represented from a single company. I didn't want to have 3 or 4 John Deere in there. I didn't want to have 3 or 4 Case IH in there. Kind of wanted to spread the love. Plus, I just, I think everything I picked was worthy, even if there were other things that could have been there as well. Speaking of that John Deere 8400, what a tractor that is. Man, they did a great job on that. The more I look at it, the more I kind of roll it around, check it out, the more I really like it. I still kind of go back to my video that I made. The only thing I don't like about that is the steps and the handrails on the side. I think you replace those and you've got one nice tractor there. The hitch, obviously, not even having a hole is an issue, is what it is, but that's an easy fix as well. And then it's kind of the same thing with the 3-point back there. But Ooh, that's a nice tractor. That's a nice tractor for sure. And it kind of brings me to next year's tractors, I guess is what I'm trying to say. We know we've got, I'm pointing over here like you guys can see, the 1/16th John Deere 9RX. I don't have one here, I promise. They're not, the 16th isn't out yet. I don't have like some secret stash of toys that aren't out yet. But I have I have a 9620 over here, and that's why I'm pointing to that. But the 64th is out, and in fact, if you might, the Winders brothers over there on their YouTube channel just did a review of that. I actually don't have my hands on one of those yet. I won't for another week or so. We've got the Moscow Mills Toy Show coming up, and that's I'll grab some of those from my good friends at B&B. I think I told them I'd take a couple cases if they got them handy, so hopefully they do. If I can end up with one tractor so I can do a video on it, I'll be happy. But hopefully a couple cases, and then, you know, we'll have a few to sell off over the years, and maybe customize them. We'll see. Don't know yet. But they're pretty nice. They look really good. Kind of interested in getting my hands on one, just seeing for myself everything that there is to see there. Kind of moving on, I'm excited to get my hands on the new cotton pickers and stripper. I think those are going to be great. I don't know anything about cotton, and I'm not going to even sugarcoat it. I live in west central Illinois. Nearest cotton farm's a few hundred miles south of here. In fact, we were vacationing in Arkansas, and we went through southern Missouri, and this has been 4 years ago, and I saw my first cotton field, and I had to get out and take a picture because, you know how it is. I'm excited. I love agriculture. I love that sort of thing, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's my first cotton field. Anyway, I haven't been to the south very much. I've been out west and north a lot, but I've not been to the south. Actually, that Arkansas trip, and my wife and I went to Kentucky a few years ago, and then I went to Florida as a kid once. That's it. That's all I've actually been south. So I would love to get down there sometime when there is some farming action going on. Maybe see some cotton action or some rice action if I could get down into that neck of the woods. So we'll see. I think I got off on a tangent there. I'm sorry. That's why this is a podcast versus a video of me reviewing something or whatever, because I kind of got to go over. I do have a list taped up here in front of me so that I kind of can follow a bit of an outline, but you guys know me. Once I get talking, I love talking. The other big things, this is exciting news too. The other big things are the new Versatiles and Fords from Top Shelf. They are here, and by here I mean in the United States. As of last night, they were in Memphis, Tennessee, which means they're real close to getting to the guys that are distributing those, and that means dealers like myself will hopefully have them in hand within a few weeks. I don't know. Depends on how quick they can sort through, and I know they'll do the best they can to get through those, but it's not like it's showing up at an Ertl warehouse and you've got all the Ertl workforce getting things out. This is, it's Top Shelf. It's Adam from Mini Toy Truck and Tractor, Brad McPherson. Those guys, kind of spearheading that, and they'll get to it when they get to it. It's a good group of guys. I'm not gonna pressure. I'm not worried about it too much. I'm excited to get the tractors. They're going to be awesome. I already know this. Top Shelf knows what they're doing. Those guys always make good tractors. We know that from the other Versatiles and Fords that they had. So we know that this will be the same situation where they're going to be nice. But I'm looking forward to them. Looking to get my hands on them. Looking to tear a couple apart just to see what I can do to customize them. It's always fun. So that's really exciting news for 2025. There's going to be some other great stuff for 2025. I know I just kind of touched on the new 9R that's out, or 9RX that's out, as well as the cotton strippers and so on. There'll be some other fun ones, particularly around Summer Show. We should get some nice surprises, I imagine. So yeah, save up your money if you're a big collector. If you got to collect a little bit of everything like I do, because it's going to be one of those years. I guess I wrote down here Let me know below or shoot me an email or whatever if you like this stuff or not. Uh, and it's okay if you don't. I just never know what topics to talk about or not. I wrote down talk about what you're working on as far as like new products and stuff. So I'm working on getting the website back up. You guys know this. I know it's been frustrating. It's been frustrating for me. Like I know like people are mad. Somebody was mad at me the other day because I didn't get them pictures of something that's in inventory and I can't find it. And it just, they wanted pictures of it, see if they wanted to buy it. I don't know. It's just it's an ordeal. So that's what we're working on. Like step one, I've kind of done some back end stuff on the website, and I'm ready-ish to start adding inventory and make it go live again. So I would hope about the time we're launching the virtual show that I can also relaunch the website. Here's what's going to be different about the website. I'm only going to do parts, kits, and things of that nature on there. No customs. I'm not going to mess around with any of the new in the box stuff. Plenty of other people doing that. I'm not saying if I don't get overstocked on some new in the box that I won't run maybe a sale on Instagram, or maybe I'll throw it up on the website for a quick flash sale or something like that and kind of shoot out emails or post on various social media about that. But for the most part, there's plenty of other people doing that, and it's one more headache on my list. And kind of what happened, I think, before with the website, because it was doing really good, and it kind of hurt to take it offline because we were selling a lot of stuff. But it became a bit of a headache, and it's not because of the website so much. It was because of a lot of other things happening in my life that I've sorted, that we've got figured out, and it's just one of those things where I kind of had to take a step back from some things and go, how do we make this work so that it doesn't make me want to pull my hair out? And so I took care of that other stuff, and everything's running smoothly there. So now it's time to get to the website and the farm toy stuff and get that running smoothly again. And so that's kind of why I took it down. I also got very sick, as you guys know, and it kind of got to the point where, like, can I even manage this and manage what was going on with my health? And so after, unfortunately, it took me months and months and months and months and months to get to normal ish again. And so that's where we're at. And so now it's time to start thinking about, or it's time to start putting that back in action. So I want to do, like I said, kits. So, like, for example, we're going to launch 4 kits real soon here, like within the next, when the website launches later this month, hopefully. Detail kit, meaning handrails, and for John Deere 9000 and 9010 and 20 series tractors. And then we'll have the front grill for those. If you want to take the sticker grill that Ertl comes with, cut that out, and put a printed grill in, we'll have both the 9000 and the 20 series of those. I'll have new rear ends, like, hydraulic stacks and things like that for those, if you want those. And then, of course, mirrors, flashers, things of that nature. And we're originally considered selling those all as one kit. But then after talking with quite a few people and, just my wife, who is, my business partner, my life partner, and then a few of the guys that we wholesale to, they thought it might be better for us not to do everything in one kit like that, because there might be people who don't want that grill, don't want to go to the work of cutting the old grill out, repainting the whole tractor, putting the new grill, and so on and so forth. And I understand that. And there are guys out there that don't like mirrors on their tractors, and I understand that too, because they're fragile. So we've decided that, like, so example, for the 9000 series, the rails will be one thing you can buy. It'll have all your rails. There will be mirrors you can buy separately, the grill you can buy separately, and the rear end you can buy separately, because that kind of determines how much you really want to tear into the tractor. Because, like, for the grill and the rear end, you've got to cut on the tractor. So some people don't want to do that. And so why buy those parts if you don't want to tear up the whole tractor, if you just want handrails and mirrors or so on and so forth. So that's how we're going to do that. So we'll have the 9000 series. We're going to have a Steiger detail kit. It's a little bit generic, but if you go back and look at those older Steigers, they were kind of generic. They pretty much use the same handrails for nearly everything on Series 1 and 2 Steigers. So I'm working on Series 3 and 4 kits, but we'll see. My Versatile kit, which has been super popular, so like for the Versatile Delta Tracks and the new Versatile wheel tractors, 4-wheel drives. I've sold a ton of those. What I did finally is I outsourced production on those, and I've got like 100 of them coming, so they should be in stock. We should be able to keep those. Sorry, I have the hiccups. Not sure why. Anyway. Okay, let me think. What was the other... Oh, and then we've got a... Oh, I just blanked out. Oh, Steiger, or Steiger Case IH 4-wheel drive kit. So like STX 450s, 500s, that style kit. We got the handrails for those, all that. So we'll have kits for those. We'll have mirrors for those, so on and so forth. So we'll have those, and then of course we're gonna have all of our diorama parts. So here's been the great debate, and to finish or not to finish these parts on our end. And I think we're going to try to have a little bit of both. Maybe at first we won't have a lot of the finished parts, but we're going to try. But like our toolboxes, which are super popular, our toilets, which is one of our best sellers, sinks, desk, shop tools like our generators, our welders, presses, things like that. We've got all those ready. We are stocked up on those. And so what we've been doing, kind of getting back to, the steps of this, like I said, I've kind of got the back end of the website ready to roll. And then now what we've been doing is going through and we're separating our inventory. We have show inventory, and this is what I didn't do last time, and this is where it really got stressful for me. So we have show inventory, which is stuff that's only going to be sold at toy shows, and I don't want to say I don't have to worry about inventory counts on those. Obviously, we inventory those, but that inventory number is completely separate than the website number. So let's say I've got 10 professional toolboxes that go with us to each show, and I have 10 at home. They don't intermingle. So that way I can keep track of, I need some more for home, I better print some more because they're selling like hotcakes on the website, or, I need to get a few more of these for the show, I'll print some more for that. And that was one of the things I didn't do. I had all of that together, but the problem was we'd go to a show, maybe I'd sell 10 toolboxes at a show, well, then I get home and there's an order and I don't have a professional toolbox, and so then it's stressful. It freaks you out. You go like, okay, I gotta go print one. You print one, the printer doesn't work. It's a whole thing. Like, it's just the series of bad luck that continues to happen, it seems like, when you need it to go right. And that, so what we've decided to do is we're separating those two inventories, and that way I don't have to worry about, while I'm at a show, keeping track of the number of toolboxes I sold in case somebody buys them on the website. I only have to worry about that for toy shows, and then the website's its whole separate thing. I think that's going to work a lot better for us. I'm also going to have several different kinds of saddle tanks. I'm really excited about those. I love the saddle tanks that we've come up with. I love saddle tanks in general, so I just think they're neat and they're kind of cool. Seems like they might be going away a little bit. Everybody seems to be putting on their fluid with the planter, or with like big cedars and carts, or spraying them on with the big sprayers, things like that. So, but I love those. And then intakes, exhaust. We're gonna have some engines that we've done. We have work lights that we're gonna sell, probably in like packs of, I'm gonna say 20. But we were just talking about that last night, how many we should sell in a package. If you got any ideas, let me know down below. or shoot me an email for theloveoftractors@gmail.com. And then we'll have some of our kits for the implements that we sell, things of that nature. So that's kind of what's going on with the website. And I hope we've kind of got it figured out where it will be a well-oiled machine, and some of the issues I've had in the past don't creep up again. So I want to thank everybody who's bought from the website in the past, or bought from me, or come to shows and bought from me. It really is humbling. It really means a lot to me. And I know we're going to have a little bit of work to get the website built back up to where it was in terms of people coming to us to buy. And that's okay. I'm more than happy to put in the work and kind of prove that we got cool stuff that we're going to get out there to everybody. So we'll see. Could be a fun year. So that's kind of things right now. That's how 2025 is shaping up so far anyway. Sorry, I was kind of distracted. There's a guy pulling through the parking lot, and he's in a car that should not be out in the snow right now, so I bet he's having a great time fighting the nasty roads. Anyway, guys, that'll do it for me, though. I appreciate you watching, appreciate you listening to the podcast. Hope you enjoy it. I hope I can kind of get back to a more regular podcast. I know I keep saying that, but life has been crazy and hectic, and it's not a bad thing. But we'll get there. Thanks, guys. Have yourselves an awesome day, and happy tractor hunting.